Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm just going to show you how I flat iron my hair because sometimes we try to rush into this process and that's not the way to go about it. So I'm going to show you the products I use, the techniques I do, and tips and tricks on how to achieve straightening your hair. But please take time and invest in your hair. So I obviously shampooed and conditioned my hair very well, and now I'm going to apply the heat protectants on my damp hair. Incroyable from Hairstylist. This product is a dual activator. After I blow out my hair, I can use a hot tool and I don't have to reapply heat protection on my hair when it's dry. Discipline cream heat protector. I've made videos on both of these products, so please check that on my video tab. And make sure I apply the product all over my hair. I apply a generous amount, not too much so it won't get heavy. Then I brush it to distribute the product all over my hair. To pre-dry my hair 80 to 90%. If you have curly or wavier hair, I do not recommend to pre-dry it because it will get frizzy. It will make the flat iron process a little bit more difficult. I make sure I get my roots very well because sometimes that's what we forget most, and then we go over with the flat iron and it sizzles a little bit. You can use a round brush, a diamond brush, or a paddle brush just to make sure before you flat iron your hair that it is smoother, because I'm telling you, if you just let your hair air dry or just dry it with no grip with a brush before you flat iron it, your hair's just not gonna give a smooth, sleek effect. That's why I always recommend to do this process before you flat iron your hair. I know it can be difficult at first because it can get overwhelming. Also, don't grab too much of a large section because that will also make it a little bit difficult. And as you go, you can make the section larger, wider, whatever. But when you start off, like, just keep it like at a medium size just so you could get the practice of it. That shine, like, I'm telling you, the right hair products and the way you prep your hair to get the results you need is very necessary. So this is where it kind of gets difficult for a lot of girlies. I use a rat tail comb to grab the hair and then go over with the flat iron. I do 2 passes on the base and I go with 1 pass through the rest of the hair. I have the flat iron on at 340 and we prepped our hair. We blew out our hair smooth as we can so we don't have to go so high with the flat iron. When you flat iron your hair, make sure when you grab the section it's not as thick and wide, that it's thin enough so it can fit in the flat iron. Also, that it will give you the straight, sleek look that you're looking for and you're wanting, because then you don't have to go over so many passes. That's where we mess up at, because we grab a thick section, it's not straight enough, and we keep going with so many passes on that thick section. Okay, so grab a thinner section. Like I said, this is for practice, this is for beginners, and then you learn as you go. When I got to the front part of my hair, I bumped up the heat to 380, but it's okay, it's still going, it's still good. Towards the end, I lowered my heat level to 300 so I can bump and smooth out the ends quickly. I grab a thicker section, I didn't go as thin. That's just what I do, and I don't want to sound hypocritical, I'm just being honest. I changed my whole wardrobe just for me to finish the results of my hair. Always invest in yourself, no matter what. Whatever people tell you, don't listen to those people. And right here, I'm just using a boar bristle brush to brush through and smooth out everything. So yeah, this is the result. If you don't show out for yourself, who else is going to show out?